Hey guys, today we'll be looking at how to um, navigate between fragments using a bottom navigation setup. Well, that's what I'm going to call it, a bottom navigation setup. All right, so pretty much it's very simple. And as usual, I try to make these videos as quick as possible and not um, to give you unnecessary information. So let's jump into it. So first, we start with an empty activity. There we go. Then we can call this anything we want. Let's just call this bottom nav. All right, cool. And we're using the language of choice, which is Kotlin. And I almost said Catlin, really. I don't have any cats. All right, and let's just click finish. All right, some tip of the day. This was my previous work. All right, so this is it. All right, I'm using a faster computer. I apologize from early about the audio. It's not the best, but it's not about the audio. It's the motion of the ocean or something like that. I don't know. All right, cool. So we have our main activity. So first things first, let's get over to our res. I will be using the Jetpak navigational component, just in case you didn't know. All right, so let's go over here. This is what we have here. Hello world. All right, let's just go here and type in bottom. I think that, oh, there's an O. Bottom navigational, whatever the hell it is. And it's going to tell you this operation requires library and blah, 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 blah. Would you like to add it? No, obviously, you have to add it. No, it gets synced into your Gradle, and pretty much it's a bottom navigational thing. Wow, it covers the entire screen, which is obviously not what you want. You want it to be way smaller. So let's just bring it down here. There we go. Bring it down here. And I'm using a constraint layout, so it's supposed to be. There we go. All right, bottom navigational. This looks pretty weird. I'm not seeing the attributes for this thing. So let me look again. I'm pretty sure I have the right thing. Mm, okay, bottom navigational view. Okay, we have the right thing. Why the hell does it do this from time to time? I'm not sure. So let's just rebuild this project and see if that solves it, because you're supposed to be able to edit the properties right here. Not sure why it doesn't do that for me. Sometimes a quick rebuild solves the situation, or better yet, if it doesn't, I can just delete it and add it again, which I probably will. So let me just delete it here and just add this thing again. Okay. Okay. All right. And there we go. And let's add it again. All right. Still having the same problem, but I'm going to persevere nevertheless. I don't think you guys will have that problem. It's in regards to some component not being added correctly or some crap. But that's not the point here. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to just get this thing working properly. All right. So let's delete this hello world here and let us go for a fragment host. All right, so nav host fragment. I never call this thing correctly. All right, what this will do is pretty much, oh, you need your nav graph first. So before we even add our a nav host fragment, we need to add our nav graph. So let's go to the res folder, this res folder, and then let's click new and Android resource file. Okay, and click from change this from values to navigation, and let's just call it nav graph. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but it makes more sense if you just call it nav graph. All right, it's gonna ask if you want to add this dependency, and you just say okay, cool. This is really what's going to show or going to have the actions in terms of going from fragment to fragment. So let's just do with two fragments. So let's create a fragment, and you can, oh, let me show you. You can create the fragments by just clicking on this box with this plus, and just say, and it says create new destination. You click create new destination. You don't need any of these things, they just complicate life. No include interface callbacks, no include factory methods. You don't need all of that. And we're not going to call this blank fragment, let's call this one. All right, so it will generate a layout file and a class file for you. So let's just click finish right here, and there we go, we have one. And it wouldn't make any sense if it's just one, so let's create a next one and let's call that two. So we did the same thing again, we clicked on this button here, and pretty much let's call this two. And I think two is spelled TWO. Yeah, yeah, I think that's how it's spelled. And there we go. And let's just create our next one. Wow, our next one, and let's call this one, um you guessed it, you guessed it, cow. I know you didn't guess that one. You thought I was going to call it three, right? Nah, I felt like changing it. So one, two, and cow. So and I'm just illustrating. You can name it whatever you want. But the issue now is you realize that they all look the same and they all say the same thing. Hello, I'm a blank fragment. So for this, and by the way, if I'm moving too fast, what I did was just click on here with the finger, and it brought me straight to the fragment. Real, real cool. And then I'm just going to change the background color by going to the background, and just for the purposes of this tutorial, and I'm going to give it a yellow color. So that's fragment 1, it has a yellow color. All right, let's go back to our nav graph and fragment 2. Let's give it a next color. So let's give it a color of blue. And the reason why I'm doing this, the color, is just to show you when we are changing it that we have changed the fragments. That's pretty much the only thing. Your fragments would have the information that you want already in it. So, but for the purposes of this, I'm just going to change the color. So this would have a blue color. Okay, so background of this is blue, and the black background of cow is what color are cows actually? Cows are normally white and black. Well, we don't have white and black here, so I'm just gonna say this cow is green. So we have a green cow. All right, cool. So we have our fragments set up in our nav graph, like one, two, cow. All right, and let's get over into our our menu. We have a bottom navigational view, but we have no menu for it. So let's create a menu. So let's go to res new, and we're going to say Android resource directory. Mm, 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 mm. Menu, and just call it menu. Okay. So pretty much we have a menu directory, and then inside that menu directory, we just create a menu resource file. Simply enough. Let's call this nav it. Nav it. That makes makes absolutely no sense. Don't worry how you see this. It might seem like it's up in the air when it really should be down, but don't worry about that. So let's just add two menu items, or it should be three menu items. So let's call this one 1. So the title of this will be 1. Okay, 1. And let's call the other one, you guessed it, 2. So the title of that will be 2. And let's call the third one cow. So the title of it will be cow. Okay. So we have 1, 2, cow. All right. Cool. All right. So let's just hook up our navigational um 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 let us our bottom navigation with this menu. Therefore, it gets showed in this menu. Hold. Okay. So pretty much to so we went over into our let's go into our main activity XML, which would be here, which this is our black bottom menu. Let's change the background of this because I can't see it, and let's just try to get it white. Okay, cool. So all right, and Yeah, so we change the color of our bottom navigational view to white. All right, so let's just add the menu to it. So to add the menu to it, just simply type in, make sure you're in this, which is in the anchor braces or whatever the hell. Just write in the body of this app menu. Okay, and then it's gonna automatically try to find the menu, and our menu is Navit. That's that. So when you look, you should see, there we go. One, two, call. All right. So pretty much, if you run this now, let's try running it now. What you're gonna see is you're just gonna see your menu, which is one, two, call. All right, so there it is. One, two, call. All right, that doesn't do anything because if you click on them, nothing happens yet. So let's get into the magic. All right, so let's go back to our nav graph and notice we had one, two, cow. The most important thing is to look at the IDs. The ID is cow here, the ID here is two here, and the ID here is once again cow. So one, two, cow. They're actually, that's the ID. So let's go into our menu, which is the most important thing. So go to menu navit, if that's what you call yours, and let's go to our nav items and let's give them the same ID. So for one, it would be one, and this is very important. Make sure they have the same ID as the fragments. And this is two, and cow would have the same ID of cow. This is like the most important thing. Make sure that they have the same ID as the fragments, because what we're going to do next is going to be dependent on it. So go back to and let's start to write some code, real code. So now we're in our main activity and let's just do this. All right, so pretty much what we want is a nav controller. So we say it can be a value. So val NC standing for nav controller. It could be called anything. And let's look for nav host. What was the name of our nav host? Our nav host is really the container that holds our navigational fragments. All right, so let's go back here. Okay, we didn't put a nav host. Wow, we didn't put a nav host. Okay, guys, you actually need a nav host and navigational host, nav host fragment. I'm pretty sure I added this, but oh, I'm in my nav menu. Oh, no wonder, no wonder. My bad, guys. Okay, navigation man. Oh, we didn't add it, so let's just add it. Nav host fragment. There we go, and it automatically looks for your nav graph. This is important, guys. It should have been done already. So you add your nav host fragment, and it's going to automatically take instructions from what? Your nav graph. There it is. Okay. Okay, mine's yellow because it automatically chooses the first fragment as the host fragment, or the home fragment, I should say. Okay. All right. So I'm just making this there. And if you want to change your host fragment or your home fragment, let me give this a name, and let's just call this nav host, or let's just let it be easier, the host. This is what will be changed out every time you click on the button. Okay, so let's just go back to our nav graph. Anything that has that little house on it, that means it's going to be a starting fragment, which is one. Yes, let's go back. So now we're in our main activity and we're writing again. So the value or nav controller, let's say the host. Yep, there it is, showed up. Dot, and let's say get nav controller, or find nav controller. Yep, there it is. Find nav controller, not get. Find nav controller. So this finds the nav controller from the host. So pretty much that's that. Now let's look for a bottom navigational thing. And we called it bottom navigational view. Whoa, what a name. Let's change that name. I don't like that name. So let's go back to here and let's just call it, I don't like it, bottom navigational view. Let's just call it the bot. No, that doesn't sound good. The control, the con. Oh my God, I'm not coming up with good names. The con, yeah, the con, standing for controller. And it asks us, do you want to upgrade everything? Yes, yes, we want to upgrade that. The con. Okay, so the con, yep, the con dot, and write set up with nav controller, and what we passed in is that same controller, nav control. Yep. And let's just see it in action. It is as simple as this. So let's watch it build out. And when it's ready, there we go. So let's click one, which is one, two, three, cow. One, two, cow. And that's it, guys. It's as easy as one, two, cow. All right, guys. Please share my videos. If the audio sucks on this, is because I'm doing it from work. I'm not a rich YouTuber, so I have to go to work, and I don't get to send these videos out. And sometimes it's kind of underwhelming when you put a video out and you see like 2 views or 3 views, and it doesn't motivate you. I don't get paid from YouTube. It's just more of stuff. I have way more cool stuff that you guys can see and I can do for you guys. So please share, support this channel, um tell persons about it, comment, give it a thumbs up, do what you have to do. It motivates me to make more of these guys. Tell me if this was simple enough. It was confusing as hell. Just let me know. Yeah, I hope it wasn't. I really tried to not let it be confusing. And if you want more videos like this, just tell me and I'll make more. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys.